Hey guys, welcome back. So I know it has been a minute since I have filmed one of these Chatty Get Ready with me's, and I told you guys that I was gonna film one of these videos on all of the new CoverGirl products that I got, like putting them on and telling you guys what I think about them. I have been using most of these products for probably about a week, so I do have opinions on some of them. Other ones I need to kind of use a little more to really get my full thoughts on them. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna go ahead and clip my hair back. Today is finally gonna be, I think, a pretty nice day out. It's gonna be like in the 60s and the sun's already out and shining. So I cannot wait to get out and enjoy the weather today. Speaking of sunshine, I'm gonna go ahead and put my sunscreen on, and this is the Biore Aqua Rich Watery Essence in SPF 50+. I'm just gonna put that all over. The first new CoverGirl product, this is the Vitalist Go Glow Illuminizing Lotion, or Glotion as they're called. And this is in the color light, I think. Daybreak, #1. They have 2 different shades, and I'm just gonna rub this in. I do like this product underneath my foundations, but it has like a really kind of strange smell. You can tell that it probably had like a really bad smell and they tried to cover it up with like a fragrance. So April, my friend April, she was saying that it smells kind of like peanut butter, and I can totally see that. It smells like a nice peanut butter smell. So if you're very sensitive to smells, that might bother you, but I don't notice it. Like once I get it on and blend it out, I don't notice the smell anymore. But I'm not super sensitive to smells like some people are, so like it doesn't bother me. And this product does have a little bit of like a tint to it. It kind of just sort of evens out your skin just a little. I mean, not much. It just kind of makes your skin look a little better than just bare skin. Okay, for my foundation, I'm going in with my Revlon Color Stay. I wanted to pick up the CoverGirl Elixir foundation so I could kind of make this a one brand CoverGirl Get Ready with me, but I could not find that foundation in my shade, so we're just gonna use the Color Stay today. But I am gonna use a new makeup sponge. This is the Flower Beauty makeup sponge. I just picked this up the other day, and this is the first time that I'm using it. I went ahead and dampened it like off camera. So I'm just gonna bounce that. Yeah, it's very soft. Now with the Vitalist Go Glow, the only downfall to it is the smell. I have used it underneath this Revlon Color Stay and my Urban Decay Naked Skin, and I liked it under both of those foundations. It does give the Revlon Color Stay a little bit of a glow, so I do really enjoy that. I don't find it to be too greasy or anything, so I feel like if you were oily, you could probably use it. Getting foundation up in my hairline. Yeah, I really like this Flower Beauty sponge. It was so hard for me to find this dang thing because all the Walmarts around me stopped carrying Flower Beauty. Does Ulta just carry Flower Beauty now? I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand why some of my Walmarts stopped carrying it. I mean, I haven't researched anything about it, so I don't know, but maybe some of you guys know. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I think this is in the shade Fair. It doesn't have the shade name on here, but I think on the packaging, whenever I got it, it said it was Fair. And I'm just gonna brush that on. I already had some on the brush. With this concealer, it's not my favorite. It's a very lightweight concealer, and I'm not crazy about the color selection that they have. I would say probably pass on the concealer unless you really like lightweight concealers, because it's a very lightweight concealer. I mean, it's not a bad concealer, but I usually just like my concealers to have a little bit more coverage. And also I like my shade on my concealers to be not as yellow as this, kind of more of a pink, not super pink, I guess more of like a neutral sort of undertone. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and I don't have issues with it creasing or anything, so that's good. This is just one of those products that it's not bad, but it's not amazing. It's just okay. I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. This is in, about dropped it. This is in the shade Classic Ivory. I've only used this like one other time, but the day that I used it, it made my face kind of feel tickly or like I had a hair on my face. So I may not be able to use this powder. Sometimes with certain powders, it's almost like my skin is, I wouldn't say allergic because it doesn't break my skin out, but sometimes it makes my skin feel a little tingly or tickly or something. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It doesn't look too powdery. I mean, it does a little bit, so if that's an issue with you, I would say skip this. I mean, me personally, I like my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder better than this one. This is just another one of those products that's okay. I totally forgot to use this before I powdered. Dang it. Well, let's see how this works over top of powder because I haven't used it over top of powder. This is the Vitalist Healthy Glow Highlighter, and I have been using shade 2, which is the golden one, but I kind of want to try this shade. This is shade 3, and it's more of like the nude kind of rose gold color. And I mentioned this in my haul of these products, but this is the one thing that kind of turns me off with this product is that it's in such a tiny container. I wish that it came just in a larger container, you know, something that was more shaped like that and flatter, because it's hard to get a brush in here or even a sponge. Like this sponge, it's going to be near impossible, so maybe I'll use a brush and we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to use my Sigma Precision Tapered P86 to apply this. We'll see how this goes. This might have too much color to it. Yeah, this brush is not going to be good. I'm going to try to use my Morphe E8. Let's see how that works. Yeah, maybe that'll work better. Yeah, I don't think that this is best over powder. I wish I would have thought of this before I powdered. Ugh, I just was not thinking. Okay, let me try this side. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you cannot use over powder, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get my sponge in there. Because I feel like if I could use it dampened, it might work a little better with a sponge over top of powder. Okay, I think with a dampened sponge over powder, it can kind of work. And I don't know if you can see, it's a very subtle type of glow. So these are the kind of highlights that you would want to use kind of on a no makeup day, or on a day when you wanted something very subtle. It's not a very in-your-face highlight. I'm gonna go in with shade 2 to see if I can intensify it just a little more so you guys can see what this one looks like. This is the more golden shade, and it does have a little more, it does show up a little more, I feel like. I feel like I'm totally messing up my foundation because it's kind of mixing with it, mixing with the powder. But hopefully you can see it. It's just like a subtle glow. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm looking down so much at this stuff. I don't have a bronzer from CoverGirl, like they didn't send a bronzer, so I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal True Match Bronze It. L'Oreal Lumi True Match Bronze It. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze. Yeah, I mean, that highlight is pretty once you get them on. It's just, they need to change the packaging. And I don't have a CoverGirl blush to use, so I'm just gonna use I think I'm gonna actually go in with my Milani Luminoso. I've just been in love with this blush lately. It's just one of my favorite blushes to use in the spring and summer. It's just so pretty. Just gonna put that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm gonna also set my under eye concealer with my e.l.f. HD under eye setting powder. I totally forgot to do this a second ago. I'm just using this brush I got from Walmart. I don't even know what the name of it is, and it's literally like about to fall apart. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my eyebrows in, and they did send some of their new pomades. I think I'm gonna go in with 715 first. This is the issue that I have with these. It's the same issue with this. This needs to be larger. Like, this is so tiny to try to get a brush in here. And I know it comes with its own brush, but I don't like using that. Like, I wanna use my brow brush that I normally use, and I know other people would feel the same way. And it's just so hard to get that in there. So that's my main gripe about this. I mean, the product inside seems pretty decent, and it hasn't dried out at all, but the container needs to be bigger. So they also sent these little brow pencils, the ultra fine brow pencil, and I'm gonna use the shade Honey Brown to kind of fill in some of these gaps. I do really like these brow pencils. They're really good. And I'm probably just gonna do my other brow off camera just because I feel like this is taking me forever. I'm gonna use the lighter shade on the front part of my brow, the lighter pencil. And this is just in the shade Soft Blonde, which I've actually never used this color. And then to set my brows in place, I'm gonna go in with a mix of this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set and just their old one. I don't think they make this one anymore. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper. I think they replaced it with this one. This is in the shade light to medium, and this one I think is in blonde, the smaller one. I would just use this one, but this one is almost a little too light for my brows, so I need to get the shade up in this. So that's why I like to kind of mix the old one with this new one. Plus I need to use the old one up. But if you have very light blonde eyebrows, this product would be really good because it is very light. Like, my actual brow hairs themselves are kind of dark, so I do like the brush on this one though. Like, I like how it's smaller. I feel like it really grips all your little brow hairs and everything. And I'm just gonna go over top of it with the other one to kind of darken up. Other eyebrow completed. So now we're gonna move on. I have been trying to eat healthier, and I cut out sugar basically. Like, all I've been eating is like natural foods, and I feel like I'm starting to get a headache. Like, I don't feel that great right now. Like, I feel kind of sick. It's just horrible. Like, I've been eating so good, but it's just like my body is just not having this no sugar situation. So I've been trying to just drink water because that seems like it helps. Ugh. So sorry if I seem a little out of it in this video. This one is Hot Cat, this one is Cool Cat. So I used Hot Cat the other day, and I do like this palette. I like the eyeshadow look that I came up with, so I'm probably gonna recreate that. And then they also sent the Smoky palette, and I have yet to use this one or this one. I haven't used either one of those, so. But I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one because I did like the look I created. And where's the eyeshadow primer? They did send me an eyeshadow primer. This is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, and I did like this. So far, I haven't had any issues with this, like, breaking out my lids, like with a rash, because sometimes with these eyeshadow primers, I don't know what's in them, but sometimes they irritate my eyelids. But I haven't had any issues with this one doing that, so maybe I'll be able to use this one. And this has kept my eyeshadows on all day long whenever I've used it. I haven't had any issues with creasing. So it is a really good eyeshadow primer. I do like it. And I like the packaging on this. So this is one of the products that I do really like. Okay, so I'm gonna let that kind of sit on my eyelid for a minute so it's not as tacky. Like I said, I'm going in with the Hot Cats Katy Kat palette, and I'm gonna start off with this shade right here and my Morphe M433 brush. If I can find it, I need to wash all of my makeup brushes. So I'm just blending that shade in the crease. And I do find that like with this matte shade, it is really pigmented and it blends nicely over that eyeshadow primer. Like once you let that eyeshadow primer dry down, if you go in straight away when it's still wet, it can be patchy, but just wait about 30 seconds or so and then it'll be good to blend over top. I'm just gonna use this shade here and the Sigma Pencil E30 brush. And I'm gonna run that color on the lower lash line. And then I'm just gonna take some more of that color and just put it in the outer V. And then I'll go back and blend it out. And I'm putting some of it here on the lid too. Just going in with the M, or is it E? E17, Morphe E17. I'm just gonna blend that out. I didn't add anything extra to the brush, it's just like a clean brush. Just blend in that darker shade out. Hopefully everything's staying in focus so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going back with the M433, nothing added to it, and I'm just gonna blend all that out. For the lid color, I'm going in with the little cat head right here. Just packing that on with my Sigma E60. Make sure you tap it off really well because if you don't, it will have fallout. And then I'm just patting that here on the lid. If you wanted to intensify and take it up a notch, you could just mist your brush with makeup setting spray after you got this eyeshadow on your brush. But I do find that this eyeshadow is pretty pigmented by itself, so I just like to use it like this. I do really like this color. I don't know, I feel like it brings out like the golden, like this golden bronzy brown shade in my brown eyes. I don't know, I feel like this color is kind of unique. It's not really gold, but it's not really copper. It's kind of in between. It's like a coppery gold. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Like, as you can see, that does have kick up. So that's why I was saying you need to make sure you tap your brush off really good. I'm just gonna pop that right in there. I'm just gonna take my little sponge and just kind of make sure I didn't get the eyeshadow too far down. I'm just using their new liquid liner. And I do love their liquid liners. This is the brown shade. I love the brush on these. It is so small and precise. I'm sorry, I know my camera was out of focus. But it's so small and precise. The product doesn't flake or crack or anything. And I don't know, I've really been enjoying the liquid liners. This is one of the things that I really like from this new collection. And I have yet to use the other, well, I guess I did use the matte black shade, but I haven't used the other colors, like the teal one. I haven't used that quite yet. But I just love how precise you can get with that brush. Kind of feather it out a little bit. So I feel like you can get the perfect wing with that. Okay, next I'm gonna try, which I have used this like one other time. This is the CoverGirl Peacock Flare mascara. The packaging on this is really cool. I do like the packaging, like I think it's pretty, and I feel like the wand's like really easy to hold and it has like rubber to grip it. But the actual product itself, like I'm not really the biggest fan of this mascara. It just doesn't really do it for me. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go in with like a coat to show you guys what it looks like, but I'm gonna go over top of it with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara because that is my favorite. This just doesn't really lift my lashes up very good, so it doesn't really give them much volume or length. So I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this. It's just all right. If you had really long full lashes, it probably would work okay, but it's just not my cup of tea. My favorite CoverGirl mascara is the Supersizer, so maybe I should use that one. Yeah, let's do that. And also too, the brush on this is super pokey. Like it really pokes. I don't know, I don't like it. So now I'm just going in with the Supersizer, the CoverGirl Supersizer. I don't think that that combo is very good. This mixed with the Peacock Flare. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of that. Another really good CoverGirl mascara is the Lash Blast. That's also a really good one. Then for the lips, my favorite lip color that I've really been loving from all the CoverGirl lip products that they sent me is this shade here. It's one of the CoverGirl Queen Collection Major Shades, and this is in the shade Insider. I just love this one. The other shade that's kind of similar to this is in their Melting Pout Mattes, and this is Current Nude. So this one over here is Current Nude, and this one is Insider. So Insider is a little more, I guess, cool toned, and this one's a little more warm toned. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. I do like the formula of these. They dry down to a matte liquid lipstick and they feel so thin. Like the formula is so thin on the lips as long as you don't go in with like a ton of layers of it, which you don't need to. But it feels fairly comfortable for a liquid, like a matte liquid lipstick. But me personally, when it comes to matte liquid lipsticks, I don't like the way they look on me, the matte usually. So I most of the times top it with a gloss. And this is the type of liquid lipstick that once you put a gloss over top of it, it still lasts. Like it doesn't break down or break up. I feel like some liquid lipsticks do that. This one doesn't. I'm just gonna top it with one of the Katy Perry Kat glosses. Yeah, Katy Kat glosses, and this is in the shade Cantaloupe. I do like this color, but it has little gold like glitters, like sparkles in it, and you don't notice them really when you put it on your lips, but it's when it wears off, you're left with little gold glitters on your lips. So that is the only bad thing about this gloss, that I'm not like the biggest fan of this glittery one. But they have some, there are some other shades in this collection that I do really like that don't have like the gold glitter in it. Like some of the brighter like pinks and reds and some of the brighter purples are really pretty. And I'm doing a swatch video on these soon. I think my next swatch video I want to do is on the Queen collection, the major shades, because I really like a lot of the colors in this collection. The last step is I'm gonna go ahead and mist my face with their setting spray. And this is another product that I have been enjoying, is the setting spray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mist that on. The only thing is I wish the sprayer would kind of spray it out more like the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Not completely direct, but I wish it would spread out more on your face because I feel like I have to spray a lot of it to get it, you know, everywhere evenly. And this has a cucumber sort of smell, so if you're not really big into cucumber, you probably won't like this. And also with this product, I was looking at it, and the second ingredient in this is alcohol. So if you have very dry skin, you probably won't want to use this, because that is one thing I have noticed with this. Like sometimes it does kind of make my face feel a little dry, but with the alcohol, it does hold the makeup on like all day. Like it does help to make your makeup last. So this would probably be a good makeup setting spray for people with oily skin, because I feel like it would help to control the oil and also help to make your foundation last. So if you're really dry, you might want to skip on this, but I do like this, even though it does have alcohol. I mean, I know my Urban Decay also has alcohol in it, and it's one of my favorite makeup setting sprays. I don't think it has the ingredients on the bottle itself, but anyway, yeah, it does make your makeup last for a long time, and I do like that. So I would say so far the products that I've really been enjoying from this collection, this stuff, the Vitalist Go Glow, I do like this. I like their brow pencils. I think they're really good. The liquid liner, I love this stuff, especially the brown one. I really like this shade. And I love the applicator on this. Like I said, it doesn't crack or flake or anything like that. So that's why I enjoy that. The eyeshadow primer seems really nice. I really like that. The Katy Kat palette, the one in, what was it, Hot Cat? Yeah, Hot Cat. I do like this one. I really like a lot of the shades over here because I really enjoy this eye look. I think it's really pretty. And then the last things that I really do enjoy from this collection are their lip products. Like even though these are liquid lipsticks, I do like these. They are very long wearing, and I just like to top them with the gloss. So yeah, I think their lip products are really awesome. I really like a lot of the Katy Kat glosses. I think they're really good too. So that's kind of my thoughts on these products so far. I'll definitely update you guys at the end of the month and let you know if my thoughts have changed on any of them, and maybe if I've fallen in love with some of these products a little more. So I know this video was probably longer, but I hope that you guys did enjoy this. If you do enjoy my Chatty Get Ready with me's, please give this video a thumbs up so I know to keep doing them for you guys. And I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye-bye.